Good afternoon, T-Wolves. Mr. Quentin here with what we did for today, Monday, November 11th, 2020. Yes, I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving break. I know that I did. And so we do have a test on Wednesday of this week. Hopefully you remembered that from when we were last together, the week before last, obviously. But want to make sure that you do remember that. However, we are just dipping our toe in today. We'll be doing our full review for tomorrow and everything going into Wednesday. But you can always go back and review any of the work that we've done and watch any of the videos if you want to try and get a head start on the studying. But what we did for today, let's presume for a moment that we are first period. Of course, you are going to go to your appropriate period. You're going to jump to quarter two. You're going to go to week of November 30th and then hop on into Monday. We did a very brief Four Corners activity. We took a look here at these images and asked which image makes you have the strongest feelings. Remember, we've been dealing with culture all this time, and we did review in class what parts of culture are important, our four main aspects that we've talked so much about, which hopefully you will remember are language, symbols, values, and norms. Amongst those norms, hopefully you will remember that we have folkways and mores. The folkways are the ones that we do every day, brushing our teeth, taking a shower, getting up for school. The mores are those more ingrained ones, things that are deeply involved. For example, like when we see someone who's 18 who gets married to someone who is like 70. Even though that is technically legal, we as a society generally go, ooh, that's gross, because it's been ingrained in us through our values and through everything that we do in our culture that young people get with young people and older people get with older people. And so those are the mores. The things we do every day, those are folkways. The more serious ones are going to be mores. Then you add to that the fact that we have those basic institutions, right? Our basic institutions of government and religious and educational and economic, all of those basic institutions that influence and help to describe what our language, our symbols, our values and norms become. Tying into that, our philosophy. That thing that causes us to ask those big questions that our institutions try and answer, and how we can use that philosophy, our different philosophies, to focus on things that we express through art, through architecture, through our literature, through different forms and fashions of ways of discussing universal themes like religion and justice, how we look at contemporary issues. And again, contemporary just being a big fancy word for current, and how we adjust that and how we look at those things and how we also deal with them through art and music, through movies and TV, through photography. And specifically, our last Friday in class, we did it via poetry. And so thinking about how all that stuff works together to kind of give you your culture and to give you an identity in that regard, looking at these images, which image makes you have the strongest feelings? Is it this young man who's clearly upset by what he's seeing on the phone? Is it this young person of color who is trying to look into America, who's trying to see beyond the American flag? Perhaps maybe it's this young person who's just wanting to play some soccer but is being left completely alone and ignored by everyone in the circle on the benches who are just playing with their devices. Perhaps maybe it's image D that shows the litter in nature along with the dead butterfly. And we just kind of felt or asked ourselves which one resonated the most with us, which one gave us the strongest feelings. Why? Hopefully, as you think about this, it will help you get a handle on what we're doing today. Now, this is just daily work. It is not for points, but remember, if you blow this off or if you don't take it seriously, you are the only one hurting yourself, because this is the kind of stuff that I'm going to ask you to review tomorrow when it comes time for the test. So we have creative expression in you. So you're going to use the attachment here. This is the attachment down here at the bottom. to choose one of the ways that you can creatively express yourself about one of the following contemporary issues. I would like, since this is now coming to us after school and you don't have a way to really check with me reliably to make sure it gets done in time, I would like for you to just focus on one of these three: on COVID, on bullying or cyberbullying, and on human trafficking. Okay. Don't worry about choosing your own at this time because I don't have a way to approve it. So please just choose COVID, bullying / cyberbullying, or human trafficking. Once you've done that and you look at your creative expression, you'll be able to go to your Google slide to do the work. This is what the attachment looks like. It's just simply asking you to choose a way to express yourself. Perhaps maybe you're someone who's more into poetry and you would like to write a little bit about that. Perhaps maybe writing a song is a way that you can express yourself about how you feel about COVID or how you feel about bullying. You have sketches and doodle notes, basically anything that you can put onto the Google slide. And here's your Google slide, folks. You can see it's a nice blank Google slide. It's got a text box here for you to work in. Anything that you can do that you can put on that Google slide is fine with me. I think that the easiest one for you is going to be this collage over here because you can just insert a bunch of images on there that tell me how you feel about your particular subject. Again, COVID, or bullying / cyberbullying, and then, of course, human trafficking. Okay. So that's all you're doing, folks. You're just going to get that submitted by 11:59 tonight. And then you're good to go, folks. This shouldn't take very long. Most everybody had this done in about 10 to 12 minutes. Most every class also had about 20 minutes to get this done. So I promise you it shouldn't take you very long. Get that knocked out and you're good to go. As always, if you have any questions, send me a note in Schoology or send me an email. And I hope that you have an amazing day. Mr. Quentin, out.